Hello everybody! You have no idea how excited I am right now to open up the parcel that is in front of me. This has been a long time coming. So I first inquired about buying these shirts on the 29th of June and we're almost at the end of October. So that is quite a bit of time to buy and receive a football shirt. So I know a lot of you who watch the videos sometimes ask how I'm able to get some of the more unique and sort of specialized shirts, the ones that you can't necessarily go onto classic football shirts and just add to cart and buy. And I think this sort of process that I'm going to detail to you right now kind of explains the journey and what is sometimes required to get some of these shirts. So I spend a lot of time on Instagram and I scroll through, and there's some accounts that are just dedicated to showcasing brand new shirt releases. They just show you the stock image and it's just like, hey, that's really cool. And then a few that as I was scrolling past, I noticed that were just like absolutely amazing. It blew my mind. The detail and the design was just magical. I'd never really seen the manufacturer before and I wasn't familiar with the club. So when I did a bit of research, I figured that it was from a country that I knew was going to be very problematic to get these shirts. I pretty much already ruled out buying them because it's just, I don't think there's any option to buy directly from that country to where I am in the UK. So it's just one of those shirts that I was like, oh, maybe classic football shirts might get some later on down the line and I'll try and buy one then. So I think it may be a week later and I was scrolling and one of the people I follow and a friend, he had posted it in his own collection. And I was like, I want that shirt. That is a beautiful shirt. And he goes, I could help with that if you want. I was like, yes, that would be great. And then I sent him another image of the other shirt and I goes, this is from the same manufacturer, same country. Is it possible to help with this one? And he goes, yeah, sure, I can get that. So my eyes widened and I was like, right, let's do it. And he goes, would you be able to send something in exchange? And I was like, of course, definitely, for sure. So he sent me a list of clubs, and because it was like June, July, the seasons had sort of finished, and that either meant I was going to be able to get them at a good price or they just sold out. And to be honest, a lot of the clubs that he sent had sold out. But one of them play in Ireland, and of course the league wasn't, it was sort of midway through, coming towards the end, and it was Dundalk, and it was their away shirt, which is actually one of the shirts that I'm looking to buy myself again because it's just got a really interesting colour set. So I purchased that one, and that one came quite quickly, maybe within the space of 7 days. And it had been sat in my office for about 2 months, and it wasn't my size, it was extra large, so I couldn't really do anything with it myself. But it was a very, very nice shirt, and I definitely will hopefully pick one up myself. So we did a back and forth, and he kept updating me saying what was happening because he was buying it from a friend who lived in that country. So there was already a few people involved. And, time was going on, and I kept going, how are we doing? Where are these shirts? And he'd give me a date, and then, the date would come and go. But I was in no worries that I would have lost these shirts. It's just, I understand it's quite difficult, especially in certain countries, to get these sort of things going. And then I got a message from another collector, another friend of mine, who said, hey, you're dealing with Alex, aren't you? And I goes, yeah. He goes, well, so am I. I've got an exchange going on myself. And he said that you have got some shirts also. Would you want to sort of team up and then sort of combine the postage? And he says, I'll take delivery of all the shirts, and then I'll also deliver and send all of our shirts to him. And then we can sort of split any customs fees that may occur, and then I'll just send the shirts on to you. So I was like, yeah, sure, saves me a job. I will definitely do that because Simon, who goes by the name of Football Nomad on Instagram, and I think Twitter also, he lives in a city not too far away from me, so it would be quite easy to do that. So within the space of about a week, things really advanced quite quickly, and the shirts were arrived in Brazil and sent and arrived very promptly in the UK to my friend in Sheffield. They were in the country, finally in the country. And then we did, and luckily also there was no customs charges. I don't know if it's just me or anything, but I never seem to have to pay for those things, which is very nice, always very nice. So Simon then graciously forwarded it on to me, and they are here. I have 2 shirts, but unfortunately one of them isn't for me. one of them still has a bit of the journey to go. They have to go elsewhere, and I am right now sat there here thinking I should have bought a medium in that shirt also, because the design is beautiful, but you know, maybe at some point in the future I might get an opportunity to buy one. The one that I have bought for myself, I'm very, very excited to own. So I think I should open up the parcel. I don't want to make anybody wait any longer, let alone myself. And I really hope what I ordered is in here, because it's going to take a long time to return. So thank you to everybody involved. Thank you to Alex for helping initially in purchasing, and of course his friend, whoever that is, the mystery person in the background. Thank you, and then thank you to Simon also for taking delivery of these and forward it on to me. So this shot just shows you the sort of the helpful and generous nature of the football shirt community. So let's go first. They're both here. Right, so we'll do the first one. We have this one here, and this one here, front and rear. If anybody can recognise the clubs or the sort of the design, well done. You may have seen it just scrolling through the shirts, etc. But that's one of them. That's the one that I'm going to be passing on, which is unfortunate because it is very nice. And then get rid of that. Put that over there. And this is the one that I have bought for myself. Front and the rear. Again, you can't really see, but once I open it up and I show you the detail, I think you're going to be very pleased. So I will open up my friends first. I'm not going to put that one on the mannequin because I don't want to stretch it out, because obviously that's designed for a medium and this is only a small, but I just want to show you the detailing and I also want to see it for myself. So I'll keep all of the packaging original. Very careful with that. Put that over there. There is the rear of the shirt. Now, again, I don't know if it picks it up on the camera, but the detailing of this shirt is amazing. It's exactly why I expected it to be based on the images. An amazing design. And let's look at the front. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful shirt. So much that I need to explain. So there's one of them. I really wish I'd bought one of those. And then this is the one that I have. Here we go. Yes. There is the rear. Again, I don't know if it picks up on the camera, but the detailing is absolutely remarkable. Absolutely. And then I suppose I'll have to do it like that. Oh, this has got a very weird I don't even know how to do this. What is going on? Look, that's a weird collar. And again, absolutely beautiful detailing. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of writing down what's going on here because there's so much going on and there's a lot of words that I can't pronounce. But I'll dress the mannequin and I'll come back to you on this. Wow. Okay then, so I guess we'll start with a shirt that I'm going to be keeping for myself, and it is this one right here. So, who is the club? So it is Sol de America, which means something like Son of America, and they are based in Paraguay. So both of these shirts that I've got here are from teams based in Paraguay. So this would be the second Paraguayan shirt that I have added to my collection. Not easy, not often you see these teams appear for sale, certainly in the UK. So I'm very pleased to own it, just based on that. So they are manufactured by a company called Kyrios. They're one that I was not too familiar with. I'd seen occasionally floating around. I certainly wasn't even sure that it was going to come with tags. Clearly it did, so that was very useful. And from looking at their website, they definitely know how to design a football shirt. It's like almost every other shirt that they release, there's something going on. So, you know, if they ever become a little bit more of a accessible team manufacturer to be buying, I will definitely be picking up a few more. So this one is the third shirt from 2021, so it's the most recent release, and the most pressing reason why I decided to purchase this was because of the design. And what is it? It is very similar to that one there, which I think you should be able to just see in the back. And of course, the Green Bay Voyagers, and it's because it has star constellations all over it. This one again is sort of similar to what you could find above the skies in sort of Paraguay, and I just love that design. I think that's a great style to do. It's not often you see it. I think there are a few more shirts that have this going on, and I am, trust me, trying my best to find those. If I can put them all together, I think that would be quite a nice little mini collection in itself. Throw into the fact that the sponsors and the logos are all gold. You know how much I enjoy that, so that's a very nice positive. Now, there are quite a lot of sponsors going on, and I feel like maybe if you were to remove some of them, it might make it look a little bit better. But for what I've got in front of me, I'm very pleased to own it, mainly because of how obscure and how difficult it was to buy. Similar with both of these shirts, I don't think I've probably seen any of these available to buy. Certainly not outside of Paraguay. So this sometimes happens is Classic Football Shirts will end up stocking some of the shirts that I buy, and for a lot of time they will be cheaper than I paid for it. But these shirts were actually not expensive. Effectively, it was just the cost of the Dundalk shirt, which was €55. So for two shirts, that's pretty decent. I think mine was about £25, which is an absolute steal for the quality of the shirt. And the material's really nice, very good quality. All these sponsors sort of woven into it, with apart from the Kyrios, which is like a really thin plastic transfer, and then this logo is also sort of heat transferred onto it as well. So for anything other than the amazing design, there is a founding year on the inside of the neck, which is 1909. And then on the band at the bottom, it just says the club name. So this is really, really nice. I think the fact that there is a bit of symmetry with how it goes at the top, that looks really good. But I am very, very pleased to own this one. So they are a team that's sort of based in a barrio, so a neighborhood of Asuncion, which is the capital of Paraguay. Both of these clubs are pretty much located within that sort of city, or sort of at least the surrounding area. Club isn't necessarily the most successful team in the country, but they certainly know how to release a football shirt. So that one is the one that I've got. Very, very pleased to own it. I doubt there's many of those floating around in the UK. Then we have this one. This one that's going to be sent to my friend. I won't put it on the mannequin. But this one is, of course, another team from Paraguay. And this one is Sportivo Luqueño. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that truly correctly, but it's as close as you're going to get from me. So it comes from a place called Luque, which is, I think it's a city. And apparently they are called Cure Luque, which is their nickname. Cure is like, I think it's a pig. So their nickname is the Pigs because there's some famous pigs that are in the area. And the reason for that is then they've put that on the shirt. So dotted around, there is, of course, the club logo. I think it's sort of old versions as well, paying homage to the three teams that merged into this club as it began. And then you have like a pig's nose running down the front, which I think is quite funny. I didn't even realise that, to be honest. I thought it was just a random bunch of circles, but it apparently is a pig's nose. So on the inside of this one, there is the founding of this one as well. So of course, this shirt is a centenary shirt. So it's one that's released specially for a 100-year celebration. So of course, they will be founded in 1921, 100 years on, and we come to the present day. So that's very, very cool. On the back, we have another sort of logo there. You've got a few sponsors. I think the sponsors are a little bit better on here. They look a little bit better positioned. The design is sort of broken away from it. And then on the front here is also a little graphic. It says 1st of May 1921. I can only imagine that this guy, Pai Pantaleon Garcia, is possibly the founder of the club. So that's a nice little graphic. And then on the bottom of the shirt, similar to the one that I have, this one just says Centenario, which of course is centenary, and it just has the years of 21 to 21. So that's very nice. The material again is very similar. It's just high quality. It's got the lovely little sort of round neck collar. Has the tags attached, which I'm sure will be torn off because this person will wear the shirt. Which, to be honest, I think they should because they look very good in it. It's a very, very nice shirt. This little logo here with the special sort of, I suppose you call it a, it's like a wheat or a sort of a plant that's sort of around the side. It's sort of printed on in a very, very nice plastic. That's very good. And then this Kyrgios logo is sort of rubberized. So they seem to do a bit of everything, really. They're sort of not just restricted to one thing. And one thing I didn't say is that they both have the official product, which has a QR code, which will no doubt lead to their website. So these are the two shirts that I have. This one I think was a little bit more expensive because it's a centenary one, so it was a little bit more sort of special, but not much more than the one I've got. But yeah, these are two of the best shirts that I think you'll see me opening this year. I understand that we all have our own different preferences, and some people might not necessarily care for the crazy designs, but I certainly do. But yeah, let me know what do you think. Have you ever seen this shirt before? If you want to get one, I really don't know what to say about that. It's going to be very difficult. Maybe Classic Law Shirts will find some at some point in the future. And if they do, I won't be surprised if they put the price up quite high, maybe £50. But you know, that's one thing for you guys to worry about, I guess. So I guess all I have to do now is send this one on its way to the final destination: Paraguay to Brazil, to Sheffield, to where I am, and then onto where they live. Not easy process. So that gives you an idea of what sometimes you have to do to get some of these shirts. You've got to get amazing people involved to help out, and you know, if anybody sort of wants to start doing that, it's my suggestion is just to sort of just get networking and speaking with people. Instagram is a great place. Big thank you to everybody involved. And yeah, I'm so happy. I can finally tick this off. I've been waiting for months. Anyway, as always, I hope you have a good weekend ahead, and I will see you next week with probably some more shirts and maybe something a little bit different. I don't know what quite yet I have planned. Anyway, goodbye.